Welcome back to TEW 2016. I'm here once again with my WWE series. We were at the Smackdown after WrestleMania. So let's get started. We kick off the night with a pre-show match with Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, and Sonya Deville, just to make sure everything with women is good. Peyton Royce defeats Billie Kay and Sonya Deville. I didn't select the winner, so I didn't care. Alright, we kick off Smackdown Live with Cody Rhodes coming down to the ring, and he says, at WrestleMania, I beat Shinsuke Nakamura. But in doing so, I was injured and I will be out a few months. And I cannot defend the United States Championship anymore. So I have to relinquish the title. But I will be back for it. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks come out and hug Cody before Shane McMahon comes out and he says, I've known about this since yesterday. And for all of you people tonight, I have a solution. We will kick off SmackDown with 2 triple threat matches, with the winners of each competing later tonight, with the winner of that match becoming the new United States Champion. And Cody says, and I'm happy to announce that this man will be the first man in the triple threat. And the arena goes dark until one word appears on the Titantron. Villain. And Marty Scurll comes out, and Marty Scurll has joined the Elite on the main roster on SmackDown Live. And then a 64C match as Kushida, who is making his debut as well, and Cedric Alexander, who's coming over from Raw. So all new people here for SmackDown Live as Kushida goes over, and he is moving on to later tonight. And then he celebrates after the match. And next we have a hype promo that we'll see AJ Styles will cash in on his WrestleMania Championship match tonight in the main event against The Miz. Alright, in a 75B- match as Austin Aries defeats Rusev and Jeff Hardy to win his triple threat match. So later on tonight, for the United States title, it will be Austin Aries versus Kushida. Alright, and he celebrates after his match. Next, we have a 75B- promo here. Becky Lynch comes out to the ring and she says, I don't care if Ronda is here now. I'm the former champion that deserves a rematch around here. I was robbed at WrestleMania. I escaped the cage first, and if Gargano wasn't there, the ref would have saw that. Ronda comes out and she says, boo freaking who. I'm woman enough to admit that Charlotte beat me at WrestleMania. But I guarantee you, you can't. Becky says, oh, look who cared enough to show up, the loser. Alexa Bliss and Mickie James come out, and Bliss says, we are sick and tired of being overlooked around here in the WWE. Now that we're here on SmackDown, it's time to end us being overlooked. Candice LeRae and Gargano, and Evans come out, and Gargano says, none of you are half the woman as my wife. And Candice says, that's enough from you, honey. I am the champion around here, and me and Lacey run this division. Shane McMahon comes out, and he says, next week there will be a #1 contenders match for the SmackDown Live Women's title, but tonight we're going to have a 6-woman tag team match with Bliss, James, and LeRae against Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and the newest woman on SmackDown, Natalya. And then in a 73B- match, Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Candice LeRae defeat Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Natalya when Candice LeRae beats Natalya after Gargano interfered. And Ronda Rousey was head and shoulders above everyone else in the match. That's it. Alright. Good match. And then after the match, we have a hype. It'll be Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss for next week with the for the #1 contendership. So we got Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, and Ronda Rousey. Alright, next we have a 75B- as Drew McIntyre arrives and he attacks AJ Styles backstage. He throws him through a big production table, and AJ Styles is laid out and paramedics come to check on AJ. Alright, next we have a D+ entrance from the new tag team, just simply called One. It is MJF and EC3. And they have a 60C match where they beat Tyler Breeze and Sho Tanaka. This is not their debut. Tanaka and Tyler Breeze are just enhancement talent here. Tyler Breeze, after this show, I'll go down and show you about a bunch of roster moves I made. So, yeah, anyway, One, MJF, and EC3 defeat Tanaka and Breeze. And after the match, EC3 gets them, and both grab a mic, and EC3 says, we are not like all of you people. MJF says, we are way better. And they both say, we are in the top 1%. EC3 then says, and that means we have more money than all of you. MJF says, we have more power and connections than all of you. And EC3 says, And we are far better looking than every single one of you. And MJF says, no one here on SmackDown can even compare. EC3 finally says, so everyone needs to watch over their back for one. All right, next week, 75 B-minus match for the United States Championship. Kushida defeats Austin Aries by pinfall, and he wins the United States title on his first night into the company. But after the match, Shinsuke Nakamura attacks Kushida and raises the U.S. title high, and it's made clear he wants the United States Championship. All right, next one, 87B+, Miz comes out of the ring and says, I was just informed that AJ Styles can't compete tonight. And Daniel Bryan isn't here at all tonight. I achieved my dreams at WrestleMania. I main evented and then retained my title without any help from anyone. And I did so against Daniel Bryan, the guy that I wanted to be like so much I made it my mission to destroy him. Then he showed his true colors and I felt stupid. Because I believed, just like everyone else did, that Daniel Bryan was a good, honorable man. Then he put his hands on my wife, and that changed everything. Bryan, whenever you come back, whether it's next week or later, I'm going to beat the living hell out of you, you spineless punk. Alright. Yes, we're going for it. We're not turning him yet. Alright. Evolution comes out. Triple H says, we are here to destroy the rest of the roster and take all of the championships. Orton says, the fact that none of us had the opportunity to win the U.S. title tonight makes me sick. Owens chimes in and he says, I could have beaten all of those other men in those two triple threat matches. I mean, hell, one pretends to be a time traveler. One calls himself a villain but acts like an idiot. One is so delusional he calls himself, well, I don't need to say it. You all know who I'm talking about. My point is that any of us would destroy any of them. The Elite, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks come out, and Batista says, oh, look, it's the guy that couldn't beat Styles. Omega says, cute. But you are the guy that didn't even compete at WrestleMania. What you guys said is nowhere near the truth. You all think you're better than everyone else. Well, AJ Styles can't compete tonight, so the main event is free. How about the three of us against the three of you? Evolution converses, and Triple H just simply says, you're on. And then in the main event, it's 79B, not that great of a main event, but Evolution's Batista, Randy Orton, and Triple H, as Kevin Owens is actually hurt. He will only be in promos for a while. Defeat Kenny Omega, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson when Batista pins Matt Jackson. And next week on SmackDown, not only will have the number one contenders women's match, but we will have a SmackDown Live tag team title match, as we will have Batista and Triple H competing against the Young Bucks for the SmackDown Live tag team titles. And after the match, Evolution celebrates, and the show gets an 86B plus, only 2 points lower than Raw. Alright guys, so if this loads really quick, we'll go through a lot of the roster moves I made. We created another NXT territory. We now have NXT home, regular NXT, NXT UK, NXT Japan, and now we will have NXT Mexico. I moved some people from main roster down to Mexico. Alberto Del Rio is down in Mexico now. Gran Metalik, who was in UK, is now in Mexico now. Male El Ligero, blah, 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 I don't care. Decisions. Okay, a lot of people coming into NXT UK. So I made a good bit of releases here. Let's go to the news. Where is the news? Here we go. News. We will go to where's type, story type, worker leaving, and let's just go to our news, which would be, where is it? I'm being very stupid now. I'm sure it's literally right in front of me. I guess I go okay, there we go. News archive and story type, worker leaving. There we go. All right, so we got rid of Maria Kanellis, TJ Perkins, Ty Dillinger, Victor and Connor in the Ascension, Titus O'Neil, Mike Bennett, Bo Dallas, Fandango, Curtis Axel, Rhino, Baron Corbin, A bunch of NXT UK guys that weren't under actual contracts. They were under paper appearance deals with them. We got rid of same thing with Japan. We didn't really get rid of any big stars from the NXTs. NXT home, we got rid of Gunner, Wesley Blake, Eric Young. I released Lars Sullivan. I didn't know really what to do with him. Dan Matha, Apollo Crews has left as well, but that wasn't that decision. That happened because his contract expired. And right now let's go through the rosters of each NXT. Right now, NXT home base. We'll just go through the main eventers and upper mid carders right now. Main eventers, we have Daniels, Richards, Eddie Edwards, Hinare, Jay Lethal, Ricochet, and Sean Ricker. And the upper mid cards, we got Shelly Sabin, Dalton Castle, Frankie Kazarian, Matt Sydal, and Moose and Tyler Breeze. We moved Tyler Breeze down to NXT. NXT Japan. We moved a lot of guys over here. We got Goto, who we just signed as a trainer down there. We have Yokosuka, who I believe isn't even in a full-time deal with me. I think he's just a pay-per appearance guy. Watanabe, Great Sasuke, Tomohiro Ishii, who is down there as a trainer. Tajiri and Nagata, those are our main eventers. And upper mid-cards, we have Bushi, Jay White, Naomichi Fuji, Rocky Romero, Kojima, Endo, and Will Ospreay. And NXT Mexico, who a lot of these guys are about to be signed, but right now we have Del Rio, that guy who we just signed, the Colognes, Grand Metalik, Jarrett owns it, Morrison, Kalisto, Lindsay Dorado, Leo Rush, Shelton Benjamin, Sin Cara, and he is the booker. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Thanks so much again. I will see you guys next time.